Can I take you there?
So if you've been watching this Nepal series, you may be saying to yourself, all that trekking and stuff is good, but a little too much roughing it for me. If only there was some place with real luxury in Nepal to go, maybe I'd consider going then. Well, you are in luck, because today we are visiting certainly one of Nepal's premier resorts, if not the premier resort in Nepal, Terraces. And it's just outside of Kathmandu, way up on a hill with great views. Not so much right now because it's misty. If we'd come a couple days later after some rain, the views would clear out, and there are actually spectacular views not only of the city but of the big mountains in the distance as well. But I'll show you around a little bit. So every room has its own terrace, and rooms here start for around $220 US per night. Because we know a guy, one of the head guys, we got serious upgrades to presidential suites. Actually, I'm not sure if mine is a presidential suite, but certainly my friend Passan and his wife, Dafudi's room, is the presidential suite. And we got them that because it is Dafudi's birthday today. But even this room is very spacious and very nice. King-size bed, big bathroom. Nice bathroom. Don't tell Wanda I'm here, okay? She'll be jealous. She'll be back here someday, I'm sure. And I'll show you around the property too, which is very, very impressive. It's taking cues from Bali in particular. You'll notice some very Balinese touches to it as I walk around. This is the birthday girl's room. This is a little Sherpa kitchen that they have set up here to make tea and stuff for guests. I think you're supposed to come here after doing yoga. The whole property is beautiful though. It's all gardened. They're growing all their food themselves here. And impressive views of the city. Unfortunately, it's misty, so we can't see the big mountains on the other side, but once it rains for a couple days, there will be views, and the views of the mountains apparently from here are spectacular. So one of the things you can do at the resort is take the towering walk. It's not far, it's just steep, up to the top of the hill where they have a private helipad, and you can see the sun go down over Kathmandu. And here we have a lazy Sherpa. The big mountains would be back here if they were visible. Some snacks at the top. I thought we were dancing.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear love.
Thank you guys.
Birthday to you.
Funny langsung ikut ke dia. So pretty.
I think there's a knife there.
Thank you guys.
It's kind of a cold, misty morning here at the resort. It was a very nice night though, very quiet. Rooms are amazing, beds are amazing. Oh, and I just heard thunder. It is supposed to rain a bit today, which is actually kind of a good thing because it'll knock all the dust out of the cloud, out of the air, and it'll make the views much clearer. Too late for me because I'll be going home. Unfortunately, I have to go home tonight. And it's going to be a long journey back, about a day and a half of flight to get home. But I did want to talk about what you might miss if you do come to Nepal. Because obviously Nepal is my favorite country. And I will definitely be back. But it's not perfect. I don't want to think that I'm totally biased here. There are some sacrifices that you have to make to come here, including a long flight to get here from North America. So what are you going to miss if you come to Nepal, especially if you do a high altitude trek, let's say well over 4,000 meters? The first thing you're going to miss is oxygen. You've been very spoiled your whole life with ample air to breathe. If you come and do a very high altitude trek here, half of that air is going to be taken away. The amount of oxygen in the air doesn't change, but the air pressure does, so the total molecules of oxygen that you have to breathe, if you go well over 5,000 meters, will be cut in half. And you have to adapt to that, and it's very hard on the body. But it is an experience that you should do, frankly. It is really cool to experience the lack of oxygen, the amount of effort it takes to walk uphill, or sometimes even downhill. The changes that your body undergoes as far as your breathing rate and everything, the depth of breathing, lack of appetite, difficulty sleeping, all of these things. You should come and experience it at least once. It's worth it for the views for sure. The next thing you're going to miss is flush toilets. And you're going to miss flush toilets almost as much as oxygen. Definitely a low point of coming to Nepal and getting up into the mountains is the squat toilets. And there is nothing good about squat toilets at all. No need to elaborate further. You'll figure it out when you get here. It's not fun. Obviously, if you're here for a long time, you'll miss family and friends, pets, all of these things, but that goes for any long vacation. And I think the last thing you'll probably miss, at least up in the mountains, or just the further away you go from the cities, Kathmandu and Pokhara, is good food. In Kathmandu and Pokhara, there's some amazing restaurants, lots of great food. Some of my favorite places in the world, actually. But the further away you go from the cities and the further you go up in the mountains, the worse the food gets, which is natural because it's hard to get the food, especially up in the mountains. It all has to be carried up. They don't have a lot of ingredients. The ingredients aren't fresh. They have very limited facilities to cook the food. And yeah, the food suffers for sure. And also, because of the altitude, you lose some of your sense of taste and your appetite too. So it makes it even worse. So the bland food tastes even blander. And it's a struggle, especially for me. That's my weakness, I think, for the altitude is just eating enough food to keep up energy. Other than that, you're going to have a great time if you come here. And I highly recommend that you do.
अहिले म सबै बनाउँछु है
Yes, thank you.
We'll see you upstairs at the next.